Well, good evening. I am old and I am infirm, but I am happy. Happy to be here with you. Now, you will tell me if I'm doing anything wrong. You hold it if I need it. I have a pretty big mouth and I can project pretty much, but you monitor that. Before I launch into my prepared remarks, I would like to slip in a little preface. We all know the bad news about the financial meltdown we're in, and it's very serious, but we don't often realize the good news. So I'm going to tell you the good news. It has 5 parts. Never in recorded history has there been less starvation. Never in recorded history has there been less slavery. Never in recorded history have so many peoples of the world lived under regimes that they themselves have elected. And number 4, never in recorded history has the position of women been as good as it is today. And the 5th one is a little bit wobbly, but it's moving into place. Never in recorded history had humanity mobilized around the conviction that torture is never, but never justified. Now those are 5 major pieces of the good news in which we can take joy and satisfaction. Now, I have always looked forward to these conferences, and actually the very thought of them makes me happy. And you might say, well, why? And I would tell you. Because I know that I will be with good people. Now I haven't met you personally, but I know you're good people. You would not be here if you were not good people. And just this evening, it was handed out, the Global Marshall Plan, a national security strategy of generosity and care. That's just wonderful, wonderful. Now, continuing with knowing my happiness, knowing that I am going to be and am with good people, brings to mind something that Mahatma Gandhi once said. somebody said to him, wouldn't it be wonderful if goodness were as contagious as the common cold? And Gandhi responded, when will we ever learn that goodness is as contagious as the common cold? And that's another reason for my rejoicing at being here with you this evening, because I fully expect and am confident that I'm going to leave this evening a better person for having absorbed some of the goodness vibes of you people. Now, these conferences always set out on the right foot, namely in the title, engaging the other. We ought to linger a little bit on that word engaging. It's a very interesting and significant word. It indicates that we're not going to dominate one another, shove other people around. Engage is an invitational word. Come a little closer so we can have a little visit and learn something about each other. Engage is a word that tokens reciprocality, dialogue, give and take. The speaker assumes that the listener will take his or her turn and enter the conversation before long. Now, sometimes thoughts become clearer when we juxtapose them to what we are against. So let's take a moment to just indicate what it is that we are against. We are against dominating one another, making them listen while we speak, pushing others aside, plunging through crowds to get our own way, and that's what we're against. And what we're for is walking hand in hand. Now, this may seem like a modest objective for a conference, but it brings to my mind an anecdote that sets it in perspective. Are any of you old enough to recall the name of Peter Drucker? If anybody is, raise your hand. Good for you. Peter Drucker launched the industry of management consulting, now a thriving industry, where people go into companies and look at what they're doing and advise them how they might be doing it better. So I happen to have heard when Peter Drucker retired, the airwaves and the printed newspapers were full of him. And may happen to catch a moment on television when somebody was asking him, Peter, you know, you launched this industry of management consulting, you're the dean of it, and everybody looks up to you. Is there anything in your career that you wish had happened and it didn't happen? Peter became a little thoughtful, and then he said, actually, there is. What I wish would have happened, but never did, it goes like this. I'm at the wrap-up session with the CEO that I've been imported to consult. We have spent 10 days together going through every aspect of his company's work, and now we've become friends and are sitting at our wrap-up concluding session. And remember, this is what Peter is saying he wished would happen. I wish that at that session I would hear the CEO say to me, you haven't told me a single thing that I didn't know already. Because, said Peter, that's always the case. I never tell them anything they don't already know. My job is to help them to realize that what they have been brushing aside as incidental information is actually of first importance.